Okay, so before we begin, I wanted to see what I hadn't read yet, and this was what I could remember. We already did the ghost stories and whatnot, and now Susie wants to talk about something, so let me redo this part.
兄さん、実はちょっといい？
Huh? What's up? On the way? Oh, I think he was getting ready for bed. On the way, I'm stopped by Suzu. There seems to be a bit of timidness in her voice.
そのね、実はみんなと後でコンビニに買い出しに行こうと思ってたんだけど。
Her gaze wanders bashfully as she says this. Yeah.
私買い出しに行こうかなって思うんだけど。私はやめておく。明日の分はさっき買ったやつで足りると思うから。
Yeah, they're not gonna want to go out after that.
私も。先輩死んでる。
Nah, she's fine. Just give her some Aerogay in a couple of hours and she'll be back to normal. What in hell?
気絶してるだけだった。
Didn't say that! You had me thinking something legit happened to her.
っていう感じで、みんな行きたくないって。
Yeah, I can see why. Well, the rest of the girls are still shaking on the floor. Doubt any of them want to go outside right now. What about Kara? Yeah. Yeah, she's out.
眠くなったって言って先に寝ちゃって。
How the hell is that possible? She used to be having a very pleasant sleep. After she just scared everyone else half to death. Yeah. You gotta get some stuff, Suzu.
明日の分のお茶買うの忘れちゃってて。
Didn't you bring a flask?
持ってきたんだけど、今持ってる分だけじゃ足りないかもしれなくて。
She drops her shoulders dejectedly as she looks at me with upturned eyes. Oh, alright. Ready to go then?
いいの？
I can't let you go out there by yourself. Nah, Nanaru. Wanna come too?
私？
What, are you scared?
私はやめとくよ。二人で行っといで。
So says my other Imoto, her eyes darting nervously around the room. Too scared of the ghosts, huh?
まあ、そんな感じ。
Yeah, at least she's honest. Oh, okay. Yeah, Kara's ghost story really got to her. She seems seriously unnerved.
ほら、お兄ちゃん、ぐずぐずしてたら明日起きるのが辛くなるよ。早く買いに行っといで。
Right.
兄さん、疲れてるなら明日の朝買いに行くけど。
No, I'll be okay. We're just gonna go to the konbini.
本当？
Sure, why not? Better just go to the one we passed on the way here.
待っててね、すぐ支度するから。
She nods joyfully before standing up and going to get ready. Anything you want us to get you, Nanaru?
大丈夫だよ、私は。それよりお兄ちゃん、しっかり鈴を守ってあげてよ。正直、幽霊より通り魔とか痴漢とかの方が怖いし。
No worries. I won't let anything happen to her.
よしよし。そんじゃ気をつけて行っといで。
Nanado sends me and Suzu off with a smile and a wave. Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
兄さん手つないでもいい？
A few minutes after we leave the hotel, she meekly makes that request. Sure.
ありがとう。
Wow. I hold out my hand, and she clasps it with both of her hands. Wow. The sensation of her soft, girly hands causes my heart to skip a beat. Come on, man. What are you thinking? This is your own Emoto here. Oh. I see you still get scared with ghost stories, huh?
だって怖かったんだもん。
She did make that sound very believable. Very. Did I say Barry? Whatever. Yeah, she made that very believable. Oh? I thought you said you'd be just fine.
アニメとかは平気だけど、ああいう現実にあったっていう話はその怖くて。
I can't even handle anime stuff. I don't like horror, period. I squeezed down harder on her hand.
実写系はダメなの。本当に出てきちゃいそうで怖いんだもん。
Yeah, I remember how scared you got after we went to see that horror movie that one time. Couldn't even go to the bathroom by yourself.
恥ずかしいな。いつもお兄さんについてきてもらってたっけ？
The memories come racing back to me. She would come to my room in the dead of night, teary-eyed, and force me to come with her. Happened more than a few times, actually. Oh, and you also cried the first time we got sent on an errand alone.
恥ずかしいな。でもあの時何買いに行ったんだっけ？
I can't remember. I just know Oto-san asked us to go.
なんだったっけ？私も忘れちゃった。
He just said he doesn't know. Man, we went shopping so many times.
ずっと兄さんと一緒だったもん。
When we were playing, when we were studying, and even when we were shopping, we were always together. That was until our parents' divorce split us apart.
あの時は何も怖いものなんてなかったな。
And now look at you. Huh? A bit confused, my gaze naturally moves to my Emoto walking beside me. She smiles wistfully as she stares into the distance.
夜の廊下もお化けもお使いも何もかも兄さんが一緒にいてくれたら何も怖くなかったよ。
There's such a distinct tinge of sadness and sorrow in her voice that I can't help but stare. First came the divorce, then Mom's death, and then after that, Suzu went to live with our Oba-chan. I know Oba-chan loved her and treated her well, but... Suzu,
何？
were you scared once I left?
ちょっとだけ怖かったよ。
Can you blame her? ちょっとだけ?
怖かったけど素敵な女の子になるために我慢したの。素敵な女の子になって兄さんに会いに行くために。
Smile then vanishes from Suzu's face, and as she clings to my arm, she mutters,
本当はね、ずっと兄さんに会いたかった。電話もしたかった。でも声を聞いたら絶対会いたくなっちゃうから 張ったんだよ。
I can sympathize, really. I'm sorry. I really should have called you at least once.
気にしてないよ。せっかく新しく家族になろうとしてたもみじさんやナナルに悪いもん。
She puts on a brave front, clinging to my arm even tighter. It almost seems to me like she's trying to make up for lost time.
慣れたかな。私、素敵な女の子に。
Hey, at least you do have time. You're still... well... teenagers, really. She can't hide her nervousness as she asks. Oh, for sure. I try to convey how much I really believe that in my answer. You're super strong, Suzu. Not strong enough to go out on her own. I mean, what? She's probably not safe anyway. At night. Anyway, she casts her eyes down, smiling gleefully. But just then...
Oi!
Bucho. What was that?
Oi!
Bucho, could you not have tried to get our attention a little more normally?
やっぱり声が。
Hey, it's probably just her imagination.
Oi!
Oh, dear God. Suzu's shoulders start shaking incessantly. An ominous voice reverberates throughout the darkness. It seems to be coming from just ahead. My mind instantly flashes back to the voice in Kara's ghost story. Ironically enough, I said the same thing this voice is. I cannot believe in ghosts all I want, but that won't help me here. I'm in an unknown city in the dead of night. What could be more terrifying? I don't know, you could be in the middle of a forest you don't recognize. Suzu, go back to the hotel, now! Just go! I'll buy time here for you! I don't know why I just read it like that. That sounded like something out of the House of the Dead. Anyway, I digress. As we argue, the voice gets steadily closer.
Oi!
And finally, a figure bursts in front of us. Ah! Cleared my throat. Not bad. My fight or flight instincts immediately kick in. I spin around, keeping a tight hold of Suzu's hand, and sprint back to the hotel at full speed with her.
Oi!
The voice follows us every step of the way. As exhausted as we were, we somehow managed to find the energy to make it all the way back to the hotel. When we get there, we almost barrel through the door to our room. It's real! It's real! It's really real!
戦士がお化けに決まってるじゃないですか。どう落ち着いてビークールビークール。
I swear to fucking Christ, we saw it! We frantically try to explain it to them, but our minds are too disoriented to string actual words together.
あのさ、なんで二人とも手をつないでるの？
Huh?
これは。
逃げるとはひどいではないか。
Just as we're about to make up some excuse, the door flies open and a familiar face walks in. Bucho?
お疲れ様です。でもひどいって何がです？
宗介と子守へ妹2号だ。
Her name is Suzu, you fuckhead! He points to an accusing finger at the bottom, at the both of us. I gotta calm down. The hell?
せっかく宗介たちに声をかけたのに血相を変えて逃げていったのだ。
Yeah, talking like a fucking spirit's not gonna make us be calm, you jackass.
おーいって声は。
声くらいかけるだろう。目の前に知り合いがいれば。
Suzu and I exchange confused glances as Bucho almost breaks into tears.
じゃああの声って部長が。
What? Well, shit. We both fall into the floor lifelessly. Gora's ghost story had gotten us riled up, all for nothing. Yeah, she hasn't budged through all this. There she is, lying right in front of us, sound asleep. Wow. Oh man, what a crazy day.
まったくだ。
Yeah, it's all your fault. Oh, okay. Partially. Oh, okay. It was all your fault.
はいはい。電気消すぞ。
Ugh. The lights are controlled by one of those old-fashioned cords, which Maho pulls. And the whole thing falls out of the... I mean, what? We all lie down in the futons we spread across every inch of the floor.
どうしたの急に笑い出して。明日が楽しみだなって思って。
I'm gonna have to skip another bunch of stuff for tomorrow.
私も楽しみすぎて眠れなさそう。
Sound of my giggling emote. Okay, little sisters fills the tiny room. Get to sleep. We're gonna have to be up bright and early tomorrow.
はーい。おやすみ。 兄さん。
Yes to me. Shut my eyes and fall asleep, dreaming of my first ever summer coming tomorrow.
眠い。ほらほらみんな、目を覚ませ。
Alright, gonna miss the train if you don't get up. Maho and I work together to rouse the sleepy troops. Takes some effort, but we finally get everyone ready and head out.
うわ、すっごい人がいっぱい。ここにいる人よし、今のうちに確認するぞ。
Okay.
それじゃあ宝物。すみません、ペグシベで取り。いえ、いつもこちらあと。いやー、買ったホモで肩が壊れそう。だから宅配で送ったらどうですかって言ったじゃないで。やだ、今日中に全部読めない。徹夜してでも読む。すごいね。歴戦の勇者の顔。よし、任せた。私に何かあったら。おーい、カシパレ広場。
Okay.
すず。
Alright, let's skip to the actual beginning of the route. Yeah. I'll be back. Okay. So we've finally reached the beginning of Suzu's route proper. How long have I been going? Okay, not that long. Alright. A week has passed since we made it home in one piece after our big trip to Samarkand. Currently standing in the middle of the road as the sun's heat beats down on me unrelentingly. It's hot as balls out here. This heat is seriously gonna roast me like a pig. Or a buto, as Akai Hato and Rosemi Lovelock would say. For those of you that don't know who they are both virtual YouTubers. And very good ones, I might add. Just, don't mention Niji Sanji around most of the fandom, because they will assume you're on their side for some reason. Anyway, just as I'm starting to realize my own peril, though, a voice calls out to me.
Oi.
Maho comes running along the seaside road, the water flickering like a mirage from the heat. How the hell can you run in this heat? I would have collapsed in 2 seconds flat. Yeah, I guess this fighting game gal has some IRL stamina too. Huh? どうしたの? What the fuck? Shock is so overwhelming that she takes a full step back, not even pausing to wipe the sweat off her brow. Oops. Following that, she narrows her eyes and stares at me questioningly. Yeah? Who else would it be? The fuck is she? No fucking shit, it's me! The hell's wrong with you? Oh. Oh, this man got a tan then. I got fried that bad? Oh. Oh. My sunburn's so bad, even my own damn childhood friend doesn't even recognize me. Oh. Tell you what though, spray is not gonna help that. You're as dark as Maho's hair, probably. Okay, that's an exaggeration. The fuck? So, I'm not just cooked. I'm charred to the level of charcoal fucking black? Wait, sunburn or a tan? That doesn't sound like a sun... Whatever. God, I hope I didn't just cause permanent damage to my skin. If only I'd borrow some sunscreen from Nanaru. I need your advice on something. And you couldn't have gone to her house for this? Yeah, but can we go to the arcade and talk there? Sweet, let's get going then. Maho and I start walking toward the arcade. He makes small talk along the way, just chatting about whatever. She doesn't try to poke at what's bothering me, or poke me, because it would probably hurt like a motherfucker. He's probably giving me the time to sort my thoughts and decide what I want to say. And thank God, because I definitely need it. After arriving at the arcade, we head straight for the fighting game section.
Oh, 空いてる空いてる。
As luck would have it, there are 2 open machines for Maho's favorite game. We sit down in adjacent seats, throw in our coins, and pick the 1v1 mode.
で、どうしたんだ？
She broaches the subject as casually as can be, not removing her eyes from the character select screen. Well, I brood over exactly what to begin with before realizing that I'm talking to my childhood friend. Someone who knows me better than anyone. I could just lay it on her straight up. There's no need to beat around the bush. It's about Suzu.
すずがどうかしたのか？
Well, not exactly, but like... I proceed to give her the rundown on everything that's been happening with Suzu lately. Hayo.
おう、おはよ
おはよ
It's summer break, but I've woken up at around the same time I regularly do on school days. There we go. I have some homework I'm gonna do in the morning, but I'll be free to chill and do whatever after noon. My parents essentially forced a schedule on me in hopes that I wouldn't spend my whole summer vacation being a couch potato, as if there's anything wrong with, well... Yeah, if there's anything... As if there's anything wrong with that, there we go. Nanaru and I have been obediently adhering to it thus far. Well, at great cost for her. Yeah, that sounds about right, to me anyway. Nanaru comes into the living room, practically sleepwalking. Couldn't have been any clearer that she just woke up. At the rate she's going, won't be too long before she's waking up at noon. Just like me. Suzu was quick to support her and keep her from falling over.
う。ナナル、しっかりして。ほら、起きて。
You could at least say Ohayo. Oi, don't go back to sleep. When did you go to bed last night?
昨日アイドラ一気見したんだけど、セリラのさ、もうさ、あのシーン最高でさ。
Hi, Serida's best waifu, yada yada.
シャイニングウィザードめっちゃ良かった。一撃でノックアウト。
Idol shows don't have those kinds of scenes. The fuck was she watching? Sounds more Avengers than Idol does to me.
ナナル、アイドラの前に私がおすすめするアニメを見てたから。
Also, you're the reason she stayed up all night. So watching them back to back got her head all mixed up?
そうみたい。そっちにもセリラ役の声優さん出てたから。
Ah. I see. I think I've said this before, but I like it when I can identify voice actors that have played multiple roles in the visual novels I've watched. She forces a smile as she holds Nanaru still, keeping her from rocking like a pendulum. What kind of show was it, by the way?
8の字ロールで世界を目指す若手ボクサーの話。
Excuse me? What does it have to do with Shining Wizard? It's a pro wrestling move. Wait, maybe that's the reason why Nanaru's swaying back and forth? Double weight. The two of them are so close to watch an anime together? Shit, why wasn't I invited? You ever hear of Girls' Night? Yeah, that's probably it.
ほら、ナナル起きて。朝ごはんだよ。やだよ、まだ眠いよ。寝かせてよ。夏休みなんだし。子供か。
You responding to yourself? And she went back to sleep after that? Wow, this girl's hopeless.
夏休みだからってダラダラしちゃダメだよ。ほら、起きて、起きて。
I beg to differ.
やだ。もう、ナナルってば、すずちゃんに迷惑かけて。
At this point, Okasan comes along, sighing in exasperation when she sees the unbecoming state Nanaru's in.
迷惑なんてそんなことないよ。そんなことないです。
She stares guiltily down at the ground, probably worried she wasn't speaking politely enough around Wow. You're worried about speaking politely around her? Wow. But Mom isn't bothered by it. She just smiles.
いいのよ、そんな堅苦しい話し方しなくても。むしろちょっと生意気なぐらいが私は嬉しいかな。
I agree. And even if we weren't family, I'd still be cool around her.
でも
本人がいいって言ってるんだから遠慮するな。
Dad throws in a comment while reading the paper. He's clearly worried about Suzu.
ちらり。
I saw that.
そんなことないよ。
Hate to say it, Pops, but you're busted.
ですやん。
My dad's not exactly the most secretive person on the planet. Let's just say that. Wake your ass up already!
ね、敬語なんてやめちゃえやめちゃえ。
Yup.
はい。次からそうする。
This place seems so chill. I love it.
ママ。
え？Huh?
お、
まあ。
今ママって言ったか？
お母さんは死んだお母さんのことを思い出すから。だからその。
Suzu trips up and stumbles over her words before glancing over to me in need of assistance. I can tell she's worried about whether she should be calling Mom that. I give her a huge firm nod to reassure her. Don't see anything wrong with that. Ain't that right, Dad?
Repeat, please.
What did you just say?
Repeat, please. Yes, one more.
I think this is my first time hearing Akari Harakawa speak English. I think. I've seen a lot of her live streams. I don't remember if she spoke English in them or not, besides to greet me. But anyway.
Please, one more.
Mom and Dad stare at her, sparkly-eyed and grinning. She hesitates before taking a deep breath and saying, And there it is. For a moment, the living room was dead silent.
イエーイ
祭りだ祭りだわっしゃーい酒持ってこい
Jeez.
はいどうぞ
Mom wastes no time and fills 2 beer mugs with an amber-colored liquid. Wait, what are you doing? You do have to go to work in a bit.
構うもんか祝いだ祝い
Oh boy.
イエーイ
わははははは麦茶だこれ
Ah,
イエーイ
You don't even care? Why are you acting drunk after drinking fucking tea? You're acting way too hyped up. This doesn't make sense. You expect these two to make sense? I sure as hell don't.
構わんどうせ気分で酔える
Okay.
そうよ大事なのは気分よ
Really? I have to remember that if I ever get drunk, which I probably never will.
ウェーイ
ウィーン
Holy hell, they're really throwing a party. Yeah, welcome to the family, Suzu. Our parents ignore the concern on our faces as they continue to jump and prance around over barley tea. Feels like they've wrapped Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving, and both their birthdays into one. And they don't even celebrate Thanksgiving in Japan. And Nanaru's back to sleep. How can you sleep with all this noise? Just get up already, you damn sloth. I give Nanaru a 100% power double slap right across the cheeks. Even Sleeping Beauty would have woken up from the shock and pain of that.
何す
I'm not gonna let you sleep your way out of helping us deal with them.
るの逃げるって何の話
Unaware of what exactly has transpired during her time asleep, Nanaru looks up. She instantly blinks in disbelief at the sight.
わーっしょいわーっしょい
What the fuck?
わーっしゃいわーっしゃい
She... Oh boy. Yeah. I think we lost him, Nanaru. Let's go help Suzu.
何よこれ
Now you see what I've been dealing with while you were getting your beauty sleep?
なんで鈴が胴上げされてんの下ろしてーなんで宙を舞ってる子守へ鈴これ祝い祭り私が寝てる間に何があったの
お起きたかななる
あんたも参加しなさいさあ早くはなんで私もう私はいいからナナルにも胴上げやってあげて
おおそうかそうか
Oh boy.
よーし次はナナルね
My parents lowered Suzu to the ground, her eyes spinning, then set their sights on Nanaru. Poor girl doesn't even know what's going on. Hell, she will in a second. They immediately pick her up and throw her up so hard she almost crashes into the ceiling.
わっしょーい
わっしょーい
Jesus. She shrieks in vain as my parents make her their plaything. Suzu, on the other hand, sighs a big sigh of relief. She's taken refuge beside me after using Nanaru as their sacrifice.
びっくりした
大丈夫ですか?
私は大丈夫ナナルを
わっしょーい
I really don't want to get caught up in their madness, so I'm just gonna leave them be. At least this will keep Nandaru from falling back asleep, yeah. Anyway, as shocked as I am that they started, throwing you up in the air like that, also kinda shocked that you called Mom, Mommy. Why the change?
何かあったというか
She smiles awkwardly as she uses her hand to comb her hair back in place.
今ならママって呼んでも許してくれるかなと思って
Of course she'd be okay with that. Mom doesn't care.
それに私もやっと整理がつけられそうだったから
Good. Oh, really? Mom treated me like I was her own child from the day we met. Since I was so young, I got used to it immediately, and it wasn't long before I started calling her Mama. But Suzu's a lot older than I was at that time. The older you get, the harder it is to adjust to these sorts of things. I believe it. I understand how my Imoto feels, so I act like any good Oni-chan should and pat her on the shoulders. I'm happy for you, Suzu. I love how this is going on with the music still in the background. The fact that Mom was okay with it really seems to have lifted a weight off of Suzu's shoulders. What a pleasant morning indeed. Well, aside from...
お祭りだ
今夜はごちそうだ
So, why did you make Nandaru take the fall?
ナナルなら許してくれるかなと思って
Yeah, but I don't know if she will anytime soon, that's for sure. Right. I guess her heartless betrayal of Nandaru is just proof that she's one of the family now. Arigato, Nandaru! You really saved our asses!
何悟ったような笑顔で見てんのよあとなんで二人とも少しずつ遠ざかってんのよ助けるバカナナル目が覚めてよかったねいいからさっさと止めろ
That was great. So yeah, that's the gist of what happened.
それはよかったな
Yeah, I'd say so. But I bet poor Nandaru had some trauma to deal with afterwards. The events I just summarized happened 3 days ago. Mom cooked a feast that night, like she said she would. And they even added some decorations that made it seem like they were adding Halloween and Easter to the mix as well.
なんだかいい話に聞こえるんだが気のせいか
She tilts her head questioningly, but keeps her eyes glued to the game machine. She's completely focused on the story, yet still playing at peak performance. It's like her hands have a mind of their own. She'd be a good Let's Player. Me, on the other hand, I'll probably lose the second I allow my mind to wander towards the conversation. Yeah, it's a good thing. There's something bothering... Crap, I let my guard down for 1 second and now she's wall-locking me into infinity.
気になること
Yeah. I just barely managed to break out of her combo and create some space between our characters, allowing me to continue the conversation. Suzu's got a kind heart. She's always loved helping people out and making them happy, but you probably knew that.
言われてみればそうだったな
Uh-huh.
ちょっと困っていたらさっと手助けしてくれたり誕生日とか結構凝ったものプレゼントしてくれたり
Right. Well, that, selfless aspect of her personality has, kinda shot up big time. This happened the morning after Suzy called Mom, Mama. I opened my door and stepped out into the hallway only to find Mom teetering around like a zombie.
おはよう、宗介。頭痛いよ。
Well, that's what happens when you spend all evening drinking and partying, Mom.
君がママと呼んだから、昨日はママ記念日。
Ugh, talk about rip-offs.
二日酔いだ。
Great to hear, Oto-san.
頭痛い。
God, even you too? You didn't even drink any, you hack!
そのはずなんだけど、なんというか、気分的に。
Being able to get drunk with zero alcohol. I'm sure a lot of people would love that ability. Huh. Shame it still comes with a hangover, though.
頭痛い。でもお仕事行かなきゃ。
とりあえず水が飲みたい。
Damn, are you guys seriously gonna be alright?
大丈夫だといいな。
You're giving up before even heading to work? And so I'm forced to support my hungover parents until they make it to the living room. I don't mind my parents celebrating. I just wish they'd exercise this thing called restraint.
もうダメ。
Uh-oh. Oh, shut it. You didn't even drink. And one magically hungover Nanaru... Wait, add one magically hungover Nanaru to the list of people I have to drag to the living room. The moment I open the door...
みんなおはよう。
Of course. I see Suzu in the kitchen.
すず、どうしたんだ？
早い時間に目が覚めたから朝ごはん作ってみたの。
She gestures over to the table, which is filled with piping hot food. Oh, it looks good. It's not quite as vibrant as Mom's feast from yesterday, but all the little bowls filled with Japanese-style food look perfect.
どうしたのこれ。昨日冷蔵庫空っぽにしちゃったから食材なんてほとんど入ってなかったのに。
Dear God, what kind of a feast did you have?
ちょっと行ったところに朝早くからやってるスーパーあるよね。そこでいろいろ買ってきたの。
By the way, let me check something real quick.
僕マク種類でくじゃる。
Okay, this is still part one of Suzu's route. Okay.
わざわざ早起きして作ってくれたの？
Mom covers her mouth, flabbergasted and trembling in delight. I'm pretty sure I can even see tears in the corners of her eyes.
そんな大したメニューじゃないけど。あとお父さんとママにこれ。
弁当？
今日も暑いからご飯は梅干しの混ぜご飯にしてハムも下茹でしたから食中毒とかは大丈夫だと思うよ。お弁当を作るだけじゃなくて食中毒の心配までしてくれたの？あ、お父さんのスーツアイロンかけておいたよ。あっちのハンガーにかかってるから。
こんなに暑いのにアイロンかけてくれたのか？
そうだ、昨日ナナルが見たいって言ってたアニメの特番の録画予約だけど時間がずれてたから直しておいたよ。マジで？絶対見たいやつだったから録画失敗したら泣いてたわ。それと兄さん。
Yeah?
ごめん、何もないの。
Oh. You don't have to frown about it. After that exchange, we all take our seats at the table and dig into breakfast.
もしかしてこれ一人で作ったのか？
Didn't you just say that?
こ 心がしみじみする味なんじゃ。
Okay, Nanaru, let's wait till we get to our rooms before we have our after breakfast orgasm. I mean, what?
なんというか和食って安心するな。だしもきちんと取ったんだな。インスタントだしでは出ない味わい深さが。
ごめんなさい。だしは顆粒のやつを使ったの。
Uh-oh.
美味しければ何でもいいじゃない。うまうま。
As I watch my parents and Nanaru smack their lips, I timidly reach my chopsticks out for an egg roll. You know, sometimes I wonder why they have this stuff for breakfast, and then I wonder this is in Japan. Or then I remember this is in Japan. Anyway. The fried egg squidges in my chopsticks, wobbling and threatening to fall apart as I raise it up. I normally prefer soy sauce on my eggs, but it feels like a waste to dirty the exquisite color of these rolls with brown liquid. The moment it enters my mouth, the flavors seem to melt over my tongue. Kore wa oishii! Yeah, these eggs have just the right amount of fluffiness. And the pickled vegetables are great too. Seasoning on the pickled cucumber is just, konpeki. Shit is great! I seriously can't get enough of this rice. My hands are working like a machine, shoveling this stuff into my mouth.
ご飯おかわり。
Oi, leave some for me.
大丈夫だよ。たくさんご飯炊いたから。
Suzu takes our empty rice bowls and fills them right back up. After that, she flashes us a big smile, satisfied that we're enjoying her breakfast.
よかった。私の料理っておばあちゃん仕込みだから、口に合うか不安だったから。いやいや、最高だよ。合いまくりだよ。ベストマッチ。
Amen. Nanaru and I keep I almost said chopping down. Keep chowing down, not even giving our hands a second of rest. The food is absolutely amazing. Don't get me wrong. There's one thing I don't quite understand. Why did you just up and decide to do this all of a sudden? And for as much as I'm praising Susie's breakfast, it isn't to say that Mom's cooking is bad or anything. It's not. But apparently here our expertise lies in Western-style food, so we don't get many opportunities to try the Japanese stuff currently on our dining table. Really? Huh. Yeah, maybe that's why it's leaving such a powerful impression on us.
急にっていうか、おばあちゃんにキッチンはその家の母親の聖域だから勝手に触っちゃダメって言われてたから。だから今までほとんどキッチンに入らなかった。そっか、気遣ってくれてたのね。ありがとう。でもいいのよ、遠慮しなく。
Mom, can you please not talk with your mouth full? Completely ruined the moment.
いやー、でもすずって本当に料理上手ね。これから忙しい時は料理作ってって甘えちゃいそう。いいの？作ってくれるの？作りたいです。作りたいの。
無理しないでいいんだぞ。勉強もあるんだから。
大丈夫。お料理好きだから作らせてもらえると嬉しいな。ほんと？じゃあ忙しい時とかは頼んでもいい？
She nods vigorously and with glee. Mom and Suzu had been getting along just fine, but I don't know. Didn't feel like a real mother-daughter relationship. Could it be because that she's not Suzu's real mother? Huh? That manifested in the way they talked to one another. How they'd go about asking each other for favors and so on. It's like there was some invisible line they were afraid of crossing. Of course, Nandaru and Dad noticed this, but she didn't want to point it out and make them feel awkward. Thankfully, though, it now seems like the wall between them has been bridged for good. Tosan. I start to feel a gentle tug on my heartstrings as I watch my dad get teary-eyed. This is the daughter he lost custody of in a divorce. And his second wife we're talking about here. He's probably a million times more worried than I was over how they'd get along. Seeing the two of them smiling and interacting like a true mother and daughter probably has him feeling so overcome with emotions.
目にゴミが
Uh-huh. What is with you people and ruining emotional moments? And in the most cliched way ever. Would a bit of originality have killed the man? Hey, don't blame him. Blame the writer. Little white lie isn't gonna hurt anyone.
でもすずって本当にすごいわね。料理もできて掃除もできて気が利いて。完璧超人すぎない。
Well, she is perfect
本当ね。
for a lot of things.
そういえば誰かさんはどうだったかな。
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
すずが眩しすぎてココが。ナナルが浄化された。されとらんわ。
Ah, she's been resurrected.
私はアンデッドか吸血鬼か何かなの？そんな邪悪な存在じゃないし。
My little sister can't be this monstrous.
ラノベのタイトル？
It might as well be.
すごい。
Huh?
すごい。ナナルが今消えてみせたのってすごいね。今のマジックどうやってやったの？その浄化されるというか、グワーみたいというか、悪役みたいというか。
Now that her panics as Suzu approaches her, teeming with curiosity, she makes the most incredible expression when she's at a loss. Can't blame her much for it, though. I wouldn't know how to answer such an innocent question either.
ちゃうんや。マジック違うんや。
What kind of mix and match dialect were you going for there?
マジックじゃないの？さようでござる。
If that was your attempt at a car impression, it sucked ass.
マジックじゃないんだ。ナナルすごいね。もしかして魔法使いだったりしちゃうの？
This coming from the girl who willingly made the light in her eyes disappear. Last route. Or not last route. In Nanaru's route.
いや、あれはメタ的パワーというか演出というか。痛い。純粋な視線が痛い。
Nanaru takes a critical hit from Suzu's sparkling gaze. Believe it or not, Nanaru is super easy to control. Just look at her with puppy dog eyes and she'll immediately cave. Ah, my Imoto is so pure. She's so darling, I can't stand it. And what's more, she's beautiful, can cook, and has a wonderful personality. I'm staring at literal perfection. Did I seriously come from the same mother as this person? Yes, you did.
さすがは俺の娘だな。すずは本当にすごいな。
お父さん褒めすぎだよ。
いやいや、そんなことはないぞ。自慢の娘だ。 こんな娘を持つことができて父さんは誇らしいぞ。
We're not gonna have another party over this, are we?
そうよ、すずはすごい子よ。
My parents lavish praise on Suzu while Nanaru writhes on the floor, slowly turning to ash.
そういえば役立たずのお二人はいつになったら家事を手伝ってくれるのかな？
Excuse me? Did you just correct yourself only to say the exact same thing? Words hurt, Mom. Yes, they do.
夏休みだからって毎日ゴロゴロゲームしたりアニメ見たり、ちゃんと宿題してるの？勉強は？
Why is schoolwork a thing during the summer, for fuck's sake?
してるよ、一応。まあぼちぼちと。やってないのね。可愛くすがるような目をしてもダメ。なんだよ、別に夏休みなんだから休んでもいいじゃん。休みなのに宿題なんてある方がおかしい。
I agree. Why do they have to do schoolwork? That's like the list of reading I had to do over summer vacation for a long time. Don't get me wrong, there were a lot of good books in that list, but still. Are you seriously arguing back with her?
ゲームしたりアニメ見たりするのってそんな悪いこと？スポーツに夢中になって勉強しないやつには誰も何も言わないのに。オタク差別反対、ヘイトスピーチ反対、差別反対。
Where are you even going with this conversation now? For as much as he loathes school, this girl can be seriously cunning. I know I shouldn't be, but I'm actually quite jealous of that. It's hard to sympathize with her when she starts going crazy with logic. I really wish he'd give it a rest.
部活は別にいいのよ。体育系でも文化系でも。
We're in a club. If you can call it that.
私も部活やってるし。内申点アップする活動はやってる？部活をやることによって手に入るメリットは何？
Oh boy.
もっと言うなら進学する時の作文に書けることやってる？
Oh my god, she sounds like my mom.
親世代らしからぬ目の付けどころ。
But unfortunately, she has a point.
チクセウ！進学を盾に取られたら学園生は黙るしかない。なんてことだ！地獄だ！この世は地獄だ！ナナル、しっかりして。
Suzu immediately rushes over to Nanaru, who's now rolling on the floor, screaming and shouting. Sadly, there's no stopping her once she started throwing a hissy fit.
比較されて落ちていく私たちの評価。もうダメ。そうだ、堕落しよう。そうしよう。喉乾いた。喉乾いた。
So now you're acting like a spoiled brat?
喉乾いたの？はい、ナナル、ジュースだよ。
Hearing her plea, Suzu immediately fills a cup with some juice, sticks in a straw, and brings it over.
チューチュー。チューチュー。ママ。よちよち。ママはここですよ。これがバブミ。
Ugh. Can we not?
バブバブ。
You're so afraid of having to be independent you reverted to an infant?
おっと、そろそろ出社しなければ。行ってくる。
ママも行ってきます。すず、お弁当ありがとう。
Are you gonna do something about your other daughter?
いってらっしゃい。バブー。
Everyone's just gonna accept this as normal? The fuck am I supposed to do now? God. Dear God. And that is the story of how Nanaru ended up mentally de-aging back into a toddler.
おう、なんてこった。
She's so shocked that her mouth can't keep up with her words. Like she's being badly dubbed over. Now, if Nandaru's baby transformation was the only issue at hand, I could handle it on my own. But the story only gets worse from there on out. Oh, boy. Thanks to that, Suzu's indulgent nature only spiraled more and more out of control.
兄さん、ナナル、お昼ご飯作ったよ。
She's still gonna be saying goo goo gaga, isn't she?
バブバブ。
Oh, good God. Oh, for fuck's sake, start acting your goddamn age again. We need to get our homework done soon. Summer break's gonna be over before we know it.
数学わからないよ。
I can't either, but that didn't stop me from doing my oh, well, okay. I didn't do a lot of my homework when I was in school. Is that the only subject giving you trouble?
あと、英語と原告と古文とその他もろもろ。
So basically everything. Yeah, Jesus, you could have just said everything.
大丈夫？
Don't do the work for her, Suzu.
わかってるよ。答えを教えたりなんてしないもん。
Thanks. She'll never learn the material if she has someone else do her homework for her.
ケチ。ところでナナル、どこがわからないの？23ページの問い6とか。そっか、問い6か。
Suzu flips through the summer homework math booklet they were given. What? How many pages? Looks like she's already way past the problem Nandaru's on.
あれれ、この問題見たことがあるぞ。
Are you even trying to be subtle about this? A goddamn 10-year-old could do a better job at hinting at something.
なんだったかな。どこで見たのかな。あ、思い出した。参考書の48ページだ。参考書48ページ。
She goes right to the stack of textbooks next to her, pulls out the math one, and starts flipping through the pages.
あった。これを参考にすれば解ける。
Unorthodox yet useful advice from Suzu.
アドバイスなんてしてないよ。ナナルが実力で回答への手がかりを見つけただけだもん。
Oh, that's fine with you. I'm not gonna say anything.
やっべ、わかんね。
Oh, boy. Oh, bad luck. The advice didn't penetrate Nandaru's cranium. What a sad state of affairs. Don't just stand there making a sad face. You can help her do the problem without just giving her the answer.
やってみる。お願い、すず。私にはもうすずしかおらんのじゃ。
Put in some effort yourself, you lazy ass. Fast forward later that day. Tadaima!
あ、兄さん、出かけてたの？
Yeah, just to the store. Hold up. I got you a drink.
ありがとう。
I had to drag myself through the scorching heat, but the smile on Suzu's face makes it all worth it.
あ、そうだ。兄さんの部屋、片付けしておいたよ。
Oh, arigato. Wait, was my room even that much of a mess?
お部屋は綺麗だったよ。だからその、普段は掃除しないところとか。
The way her voice just trailed off gives me a really, really bad feeling. As in...
ベッドの下の本とか、まとめて机の上に置いておいたよ。
Oh, dear God. Yeah! My porn collection! Fast forward a bit more.
ただい
今日も暑かったな。
It's evening and my parents just got back from work.
まおかえりなさい。お風呂沸いてるよ。
お、嬉しいな。汗かいて風呂に入りたかったんだ。
さてご飯炊かないと。ご飯炊いておいたよ。
Jesus Christ.
ほんと助かるわ。ご飯炊いただけだよ。でもなんだか家中ピカピカじゃない？ちょっとだけお掃除したの。
なんだかいい匂いがするな。これは柑橘系か？
ちょっと匂いがこもってる感じだったからレモンティーを作った時に使ったスライスレモンを煮たの。天然の芳香剤ですっきりするっておばあちゃんに教わったの。いいおばあちゃんね。おばあちゃんにいろいろ教えてもらったから。でも洋食はあんまり得意じゃないみたいで、もし嫌じゃなかったらママにお料理教えてほしいなって。いいよいいよ、いくらでも教えちゃう。やった。もうすずってばなんていい子なの。ナナルなんて食べる専門で料理教えてなんて言ったことないのに。
Mom, you guys keep dragging down Nanaru like this. I'm gonna start feeling a bit bad for her. I already do. I doubt she finds these constant comparisons very funny.
夕飯楽しみ。
I don't think she cares. On second thought, I completely take back that thought. God, she's so strong-willed. Maybe she just couldn't care less about being insulted.
だって私食べる専門だし。
Who doesn't? Except Kara. Anyway, that's just terrible reasoning.
そんなことないよ。ナナルは何でも美味しそうに食べてくれるから作りがいあるよね。空見ろほれ見ろ、ナナルちゃん最強ウェイ。
Wipe that smug-ass look off your face. I doubt this little shit even knows what the word humility means.
さーて何作ろうかしら。すずは洋食だと何が好き？ちょっと子供っぽいかもしれないけど。
How fucking long is this chapter?
大丈夫大丈夫。親にとって子供は永遠に子供なんだし。
Really? As beautiful as that is, the fact that it's coming from the laziest person on the planet ruins it. Why the hell is she even part of the conversation? She's not teaching anyone jack shit. Ne, Suzu.
ちょっと待ってね。今ご飯作るから。
You gotta... Hold up. You don't have to keep working so hard.
何が？
A look of pure and utter confusion puts me at a loss for words. Even if I'm perplexed by the sudden change in Suzu, no one's forcing these things on her. She's doing work around the house because she enjoys it. Maybe I was wrong to try and say something? Yeah, so with that, I decided to shut my mouth.
すず、夕飯の準備しよう。兄さんごめんね。話はご飯の後でもいい？
Hi.
それで悩んで私を呼び出したのか？
Yeah, that's right! Maho unleashes her super on me and my character falls to the ground in defeat. Fucking hell. Why does she have to be so ridiculously good at these games? Why not? I feel like I was wrong to question things.
いや、間違ってはいないと思うぞ。
Oh, okay. Oh?
ただ、すずも間違っているとは思わないな。
No, it doesn't. Yeah, I agree with you there. Things continued mostly the same after the point where I left off. Suzy worked tirelessly around the clock doing various chores around the house. Though, that isn't to say she didn't enjoy every second of it. As long as she likes it and it's not going overboard, I guess it's not a problem. She's kind of going about it like it's second nature to her. Now for her, it's probably just about making us happy.
人に対して心を許すとナナルみたいにだらけたりするのが普通だと思うんだが、スズの場合は逆なんだろう。
True. Yeah, I know she's doing all this out of the kindness of her heart, because she loves us and all. Like, I appreciate it, but part of me feels like I need to stop her.
頑張りすぎて体を壊したりしないか心配だな。
I'm sure that's part of it, yeah, but I don't think that's it. Well, yeah, that too.
他に何か心配事があるのか？
I don't know if you'd call it a concern, exactly. But the more Suzu shows off like this, the worse me and Nanaru look by comparison. Our valuation is crashing harder than the post-Brexit pound!
Oh.
Oh my god. Good joke. Eh, he's right though. Don't even want to know what happened after dinner that night.
まだあるのか？
Are you fucking kidding me? There's more? She seems almost afraid to ask. But little does she know, I still haven't even gotten to the main part of the story, for fuck's sake. Yeah, there's more.
はい、ナナル、お茶どうぞ。
Suzu had tea prepared for Nanaru not even a minute after she got out of the bath. Of course, with a straw in the cup and everything, why would you have a straw with tea? Unless it's iced tea.
ありがとう。チューチュー、チューチュー。いい子ですね。美味しいですか？
Eh? You're pretending you're breastfeeding her?
さてさて、食器片付けないと。もう洗っておいたよ。
Oh dear God.
ほんと？ありがとう。
そろそろ寝るか。今日は暑いし、クーラーが効くまで眠れそうにないな。
お父さん、寝室のクーラーさっきつけておいたよ。そろそろ涼しくなってるんじゃないかな。
Jesus Christ, Suzu, how are you doing all this? Are you a fucking shapeshifter? That can be in multiple places at once?
おお、助かる。
スズがいてくれると、ほんと生活が快適になって嬉しいわ。そうかな。そうだといいな。それに比べて、ちらり。
Oh, God.
ぎく。スズみたいにとまではいかなくても、ナナルやソウスケがもうちょっとうちのお手伝いしてくれたら助かるんだけどな。
Oh, sorry about that, Mom.
しょぼん。
Nanaru and I kneel on the floor in shame after Mom scolds us. Again. Before Suzu arrived, both Nanaru and I let Mom do 100% of the housework. Frankly, the only thing I know about cooking is some things taste good and others don't. So I probably shouldn't have been going off on Nanaru about her lack of culinary skill earlier.
ママ、そんなこと言わないで。兄さんもナナルも自分なりに頑張ってるんだから、ゆっくり見守ってあげて。
Talk about a neat thing to say.
しかも、ダメニートを量産するやつだ。
ニート予備軍が何を言ってるんだか。
Yeah, no kidding.
ニート違います。学園生です。じゃあ卒業した後は？
Oh, she got you there.
未来ってのは白紙の地図さ。歩いてるうちに自然とできてるものだよ。
Wow. Did you pull that one straight out of an inspirational quotes website or something, or just out of your ass? Holy hell, guys! You got the second coming of Aristotle here! Wow.
そうだよね。未来なんて誰にもわからないもんね。先のことを急いで決めなくてもいいと思うよ。
Suzu, you're an actual saint. Only a saint would be willing to show that much kindness to someone with no motivation for self-improvement. Yeah. But too much kindness can be deadly. If she keeps encouraging our behavior, we might seriously become 30-year-olds who live in their parents' basement. Or, in my case, almost 35-year-old living in his bedroom. Still lives at home with his mother, and in his childhood bedroom. There we go. Or, should I say, one of them. Because I've been to 3 different places in my childhood. I'm so tired. I guess I'll take a bath and go to bed. I'm too tired to think about things anymore tonight. I'll save that for another day. Grab my pajamas, head to the bathroom, and I hear a voice calling to me. Yeah, okay. Yep. Suzu? I look up and see Suzu right outside the bathroom door. Oh, are you gonna take your bath now?
そのつもりだったんだけど。
No, it's alright. You can go first. Just let me know once you're done, okay?
そうじゃなくて、一緒に入ろうと思って。
Wait, what? I have to stop and take a moment to process what you just said. What exactly am I taking with you?
兄さんとお風呂に。
Okay, gotcha. You wanted me to hop in the bath with you.
背中流してあげるね。
Seeing her smile and nod so joyfully, my expression loosens a bit. But... Chotomate! I can't take a bath with you. That's wrong on way too many levels.
どうして？
Do I really need to say?
昔はいつも一緒にお風呂入ってたよ。
Oh, we went through this on, I think it was... Nanaru's route too. Unbelievable. Okay, yes, but that was a long time ago. How old do you think we are now?
ダメだよ、兄さん。
Why not?
年齢のことを考え始めたら、このゲーム発禁になっちゃうかもしれないんだよ。
Yep. She's right. That's what you're worried about? Look, what I'm trying to say is like, we're both adults now. You see what I'm talking about? Right. Phew. Thank goodness Susie's such a smart girl. I knew she'd eventually get it.
そうだよね。裸はちょっと恥ずかしいもんね。
Exactly.
水着持ってくるから待っててね。
Oh dear God. That's not any better! Don't give me that face! Look, here, let me give you an analogy. Unfortunately for me, it seems my Imoto sees no issue with 2 siblings of opposite sex bathing together. Wait a sec. I distinctly remember her getting embarrassed when I stumbled upon her and Nanaru in the bath at Summer Call Me. Was something different then? Huh. Just keep in mind, this is strictly an analogy, nothing more. Okay, let's say when you get a bit older, you find yourself a boyfriend who you're planning to marry.
やだ、兄さんを残して結婚なんかしない。
Oh boy. Right, and I ain't about to let some punk-ass motherfucker lay his hands on my Imoto either. Suzu!
ってミイラ取りがミイラになってんじゃねえか。
Nanaru suddenly bursts onto the scene and knocks me clean off my feet and onto my ass. And that's what happened.
なんというか。うん。ブラコンとシスコンは計画的に卒業しような。
Yep. It's not like that. I can see how you'd arrived at that conclusion, but please.
そういうことにしておこう。
Believe me, damn it.
まあ、それはさておいて、すずは頭のいい子なんだから、ちゃんと話せば分かってくれるんじゃないか。
I thought I just tried, and she didn't understand. Yeah, but that's not the only God, how many more fucking problems? That's not the only problem. So get this. Yesterday, I was about to go to the store, right? So Susie wanted to come along, and I said, sure. First, she wanted to carry the basket, then it was the grocery bags. And at the end, she even tried to carry me!
あの細腕でモテたのか?
Well, no, she dropped me after 3 seconds.
だよな。
Yeah, no shit. It's clearly not happening, so who knows why she tried to do it. To make matters worse, my heart started racing a mile a minute after she picked me up. For more than one reason. What do you think, Maho?
さすがに行き過ぎだと思う。
Yeah, that's more than apparent. Jesus Christ. I know, right? She feels more like a maid than a family member at this point.
そうだな。それも、宗介専属のメイドだ。
Yup. As much as I'd like to believe otherwise, yeah, she's kind of right. She pointed out what I was intentionally trying to avoid acknowledging all this time.
親御さんにバレたら勘違いされかねないぞ。シスコンは病気だから仕方ないとしても、あと何歩か踏み込んだら犯罪だからな。
I'm not trying to screw my sister for the last time. Besides, my parents already know about us.
なんて言ってるんだ?
Like, they know everything. Even feels like they're cheering us on to be more affectionate. Yeah, that's what I'd be saying. Jesus. As for Nanaru, well, she occasionally remembers to throw in her cheeky remark, but she basically spends most days lazing around like she's Suzu's pet cat.
太平洋のように心の広い家庭だな。もしくは頭のネジが飛んでいるというか。
Might.
いや、すずの方はメイドというか、優しくじわじわと家の主導権を握って支配者になってきているというか。
She is definitely a benevolent I almost said dictator. My god, benevolent dictator. There we go.
ああ、これがひさしを借りて母屋を取るというやつか。カッコウは他の鳥の巣に卵を産んで巣を乗っ取らせるというか。
Wait, what? Cuckoos do that? Wow. The more you know.
まさかスズはかつての復讐として小森家家の乗っ取りを企んでいるとか。
Okay, Maho. I don't think it's gonna get that bad.
ありえるぞ。格ゲーではよくある感じの復讐者設定みたいな。スズの復讐方法は少しばかりマイルドだが。
Why is she smiling when she says that? I could hear all that, you know.
なんだって？
You didn't realize?
ダメだ。思ったことを正直に言ってしまう。素直すぎる自分の性格はずっと前から直したいと思っていたんだが。し かもついドラマ仕立てで面白くなりそうな方向に想像の翼を広げてしまうもう一つの悪癖と合わせて幼なじみを苦しめることになろうとは。
Where did you get all these problems? First I've ever heard of any of it.
宗介、私はどうすればいい？
Oh, God. You're here to help me, Maho. You know, the whole thing with Suzu? Hello? You're my counselor, not the other way around. Okay? At some point, this conversation went way off the rails, so I forced it back on topic.
悪い。つい友達の抱える状況がカオスすぎて混乱した。
Yeah, let's just go with that, I guess. Trust me, I know how awful it is.
泣くなって。わかった。大丈夫。ちゃんと考えるから。とはいえ、悪いことをしてるのをやめさせるだけならともかくなあ。
Well, ideally, we'd like to get to where she doesn't do any bad behavior. I completely understand why she's so stumped. It's one thing to stop someone with bad intentions, but stopping someone with good intentions? She's really serious about this, so if I lay it on her too harshly, I'll definitely hurt her feelings. You got any ideas?
私に相談されても。
I'm not saying you have to do anything yourself. Just like something that'd point me in the right direction. That'd be a huge help.
そうだな。じゃあ、どうしてそうなったのか考えよう。
Yeah, that's a start. What do you mean?
そうだ。どうにかする理由がわからないなら、まずは原因を考えてみないか？
Huh. Causes. I can't think of any, to be honest.
私の記憶だと、小さい頃の鈴は宗介にべったりだったよな。どこに行くにも何をするにも。
Really?
覚えてないのか？鈴が引っ越すまで私が宗介と2人だけで遊んだのって学校ぐらいだっただろう。いつも鈴が一緒だった。
Well, now that you mention it, Suzu, Maho, and I. The three of us were always together back in those days. No matter where we went or what we did. Do you remember that time you, me, and Suzu got on the train without telling our parents and rode it to the next station over?
少ない小遣いをかき集めてな。何も買えなかったけど、歩いてるだけで楽しかった。
Yeah, it really was fun.
ああ、ほんと、いつも一緒だったな。
Now that I think about it, I haven't done this the entire time. I think this might be a good one. Were you okay with Suzu always tagging along with us?
まさか。妹ができたみたいで嬉しかったよ。だから宗介の親が離婚しておばさんが鈴を連れて行った時は私も寂しかった。お前ほどじゃないにしてもな。私には今の鈴をどうやって止めるかって理由は思いつかない。だけど気持ちは少しだけわかる気がするんだ。
Really?
あれだけ毎日一緒にいたのにいきなり宗介と引き離されて何年も会えなかったんだ。
Yeah. Yeah, but like, she's already been back for 3 months. Why now?
もみじおばさんとナナルに遠慮してたんだろう。鈴はそういう気遣いができる子だからな。気にしすぎるとも言えるけど。
I like how she mentioned Momiji and Momiji didn't appear at all in the sentence. No, anyway. And I still remember how happy she looked when Mom complimented her.
ようやく家族の一人になれたって気持ちなんだろうな。
Yeah, but she'd been a part of the family the entire time. And that's what caused her to go crazy?
暴走というか、離れていた時間を埋めるために宗介ともっと一緒にいるために尽くそうとしてるって印象を受けたな。
She does?
ああ。
I look over at Maho as I ruminate about Suzu. Despite how engaged she's been in this conversation with me, her eyes and hands haven't moved away from the arcade machine once as she continues to decimate her enemies. I guess she's just a good multitasker. Must take a lot of brain powers for that. Yeah, it does.
新しい生活に慣れるまで気を張ってきた反動もあっただろうし、今は好きにさせてやるのが一番だと思うぞ。
Yeah, key word for now.
そんな不安そうな顔をするな。もうすぐ夏休みが終わって学園も始まる。そしたら家族の世話どころじゃなくなるだろ。
Yeah, but knowing her, I'm sure she'll find a way to do it anyway.
自分が尽くして家族が喜んでくれているのをしばらく見ていればきっと満足する。そうなれば適当なところで落ち着いてくれるさ。
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
少し様子を見たらどうだ？私も機会があったらそれとなく話してみるから。
Arigato. I'm really glad I asked her to help me. I feel a lot better about everything now. Feels a bit pathetic that I can't do anything to help, though.
見守ることができるって言った方がいいんじゃないか。前は一緒にいられなかったけど、今はそばにいるんだ。
Yeah. You're right, Maho. We're finally living together again. It's not perfect. Far from it, actually. But I am happy we're together. Thanks for taking the time to listen to me, Maho.
気にするな。私にとっても鈴と宗介は実の兄弟みたいなものだからな。
Wanna try calling me Oni-chan then?
残念だが、どう考えても私の方がお姉さんだ。
Really? Maho Oni-chan!
キモい。
Wow!
冗談だよ。
え？
対戦記録で新レコード記録したんだ。
Holy shit. Oh, nice!
全国レコードを塗り替えたのは初めてだな。
Did you say national? Who are you just playing?
名前からすると多分去年公式大会で優勝したプレイヤーみたいだな。
God damn. This girl is cracked. You beat a tourney champion? How the fuck did she manage that while we were holding a discussion?
ギリギリだったよ。
That's still super fucking incredible. That's something to celebrate right there. Hey, why don't you compete in the next one of those tourneys? If you can beat that dude, you do pretty well, don't you think?
公式大会か。
After she mutters that, her smile fades. What, afraid you'll get your ass kicked?
いや、地域大会の開催地が遠いんだ。
Yeah. That could be a problem. Hell, thank God we were born out of the middle of bumfuck nowhere, huh? Okay, well, that's gonna finally do it for the end of the first part of Suzu's route. Suzu has become the woman of the house, essentially. And, Sosuke is a bit concerned. And poor Nanaru getting all kinds of sass from Momiji for not helping her out and around the house. No, Sosuke couldn't talk either because he doesn't really help either, to be honest. And the party, oh my god. Just for calling Momiji Mama. That's incredible. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me. Until next time, don't be a dick to your significant other. Family is important, as is your health and your happiness. And keep on rocking.